Hi everybody. I am getting ready for an open house, and one of the things that I love to do for an open house is I love to bake something rather than stopping at the grocery store and picking up a little fruit tray or a box of cookies or something like that. I think it really shows some of my identity, and it's also something that I really love to do. I like to sometimes do this at the actual home and at the kitchen, but today Sheila and I had a great morning, went for a nice walk. It's a beautiful sunny day. So her and I are both in the kitchen right now. But the other thing I want to do while I'm doing this is I want to tell you a few smart mortgage strategies. I think something that all of us need to do is be wary of our credit score. Sign up for Equifax or something like that. Know where you stand. A strong credit score will definitely help you when it comes time to getting a mortgage. Okay, hey, let's take a look at what's going on in the kitchen here. All right, so today I'm going to make this very quick, easy, and simple orange cake. Those are all the ingredients you need. 3 eggs, 2 cups of oats, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 1 orange, and believe it, we're not gonna peel it or do anything with it. 1/3 of a cup of Greek yogurt, and no, you don't need the capstone pen. We're gonna go with 1/4 of a cup of oil, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 3/4 of a cup of pure organic maple syrup. And then you need one of these things, either a food processor or a blender. Okay, so before I get started on some of these instructions as to how to make this amazing orange cake, second tip that I think you should all understand with your mortgage approvals and how to make sure that you keep a strong mortgage situation. This isn't just for a first-time buyer, but this is seasoned people that have purchased many homes. This is something that I always be weary about. And that's not taking on any large purchases. Don't mess up your credit. Don't take on loans. Something simple like a car loan, $500, $600, $700 car loan can drastically affect your ability to qualify for a mortgage. Buying something on a Visa, any of those types of things. So bottom line is try not to take on any significant purchases. Okay, here we are. So I'm gonna try to do this and show you what I'm up to here, but there's my cutting board. All right, there's the board. As I said, as you see, I cut the orange up, and yes, I am literally going to put all these ingredients in here. That orange is not peeled. This is pretty incredible. Oats. The yogurt. I'm gonna have to probably stop some of this so that you can, so I can get at all those eggs and everything. But anyways, the rest of this is gonna go in there and we're gonna come back, okay? All right, there you can see cutting board is empty and everything is in my food processor. As I said, you can do this in a blender if you want. I'm going to throw the lid on here. And we're gonna whip this bad boy up for a second, but before I get started on that, something else that you should be very cognizant of when you're looking at your mortgages is going down for a larger down payment. I'm not sure if people know this, but yes, you can buy a house with a smaller down payment, say 5 or 10%. You will incur a CMHC fee. Sometimes those fees are not wise to have. So again, something to consider is a larger down payment that can sometimes also get you a lower interest rate as well. Okay, let's get back to this, guys. So we're gonna whip this thing up, as I said. As you can see. Don't forget, you can hear me while my food processor is going. You want to put a parchment paper in. This is a nice little trick that lovely Sheila taught me. You go around with your capstone pen, mark up your parchment paper on top of your tray. When you take that off, you've got a circle. You cut that out and you put it on the bottom of the tray. Okay, I do want to apologize for one thing. I broke my tripod this morning, so videoing this morning has not been grand, but I do have to get this cake ready and I did want to share some things with you. So one other thing for mortgages, don't be afraid to shop around. Banks are a great spot, but their product mix is sometimes limited to what only they have. Sometimes a mortgage broker can do other things for you. They have access to other venues to obtain credit. I can tell you that I have a client who is currently on ODSP, who is struggling to get back into the workforce, but is working hard at it. But my mortgage broker was able to give her some options in order to help her buy a home. So it is possible, it's doable. All right, we're back to the cake now. Okay, so this thing was blended very well. It doesn't take a lot, but you want to make sure, again, depending on the quality of your blender or your food processor, that you've got that orange done and grinded down and doing its thing. That's what it should look like. All right. All right, here we are. So we're gonna pour this into our tray. Now remember, you either grease it or parchment paper. Sheila's a big parchment paper person, and she is the bigger cook in this household. So I am now a parchment paper man. One other thing that you need to be cognizant of when it comes to mortgages is your debt to income ratio. Very important to have that strong. And that would mean by paying down debt as well, improving your credit score. Those types of things help your debt to income ratio. And that is what mortgage people need in order to get you strong mortgage rates. Okay, so back to our cake. We got this into the tray and that's it. So now we're gonna pop this in the oven, 350, about 50 minutes. There I am, 350, 50 minutes, I'll be back. Okay, the last thing you want for this cake is a beautiful icing. Very simple icing as well. I got 3/4 of a cup of icing sugar. I have, it's hard to see, but I do have a zested orange. And then I'm gonna juice an orange as well into the icing sugar. This is one of my favorite juicers. It works amazing. So usually a half an orange is enough. I always like to keep a little extra just in case it's not quite to the consistency that I want to have it. But it's pretty straightforward. You do that, add your zest, and then get your old whisk out and start to whisk it up, and then save it for at the end. And as you can see, as you start whisking it, it will start to develop into a nice icing. Okay, everybody, I had to take a quick shower. I had to get dressed for the open house, get out of that hoodie and my baseball or my winter toque. Anyways, the cake's ready. We're gonna go in, we're gonna take a peek. Now, I would normally like to do this at the house so that the house fills up with these aromas, but this thing smells incredible. Come on, Sheila, get in here. Let's go take a peek. All right, there it is. I'm telling you, people, this thing smells amazing. It's so easy to make. Come on out, 23 Woodlawn, Unit 410 today, 2 to 4. Have a piece of cake with me.